First of all, I'd like to say thanks to the jury and readers for their appreciation and interest in our article. Our article is about the European Commission's proposal to adopt a regulation that would tackle foreign subsidies that have distortive effect on the internal market in the European Union. And the Commission's proposal, if adopted, will be a highly ambitious regulatory endeavor, and it will make the EU's industrial policy more muscular. And all major businesses will be affected by the Commission's new regulation. And the reason is that the Commission will be granted broad powers to block companies, regardless whether these companies are based inside or outside the EU bloc, from making acquisitions in the European Union or from signing public procurement contracts in the European Union, assuming certain thresholds are met and these companies have received financial support from a foreign government. And our article discusses really what is the very hybrid nature of this proposal and the new regime that will be put in place. And it uses as building blocks a lot of elements from pre-existing regimes, such as EU state aid law, merger control, antitrust, public procurement rules, trade defense, or foreign investment review. And just to give an example, the Commission will have powers in certain circumstances to investigate and impose remedies, which can be behavioral or structural, to address subsidies that have a distortive effect in the EU. So we may see similar type of remedies that we are seeing in EU antitrust law today. And our article also discusses the likely practical issues that are going to arise during the application of the regulation. And one relates to establishing a link between a foreign subsidy and its distortive effect in the EU. Another issue will be applying the substantive assessment, which involves balancing the distortive effects of a foreign subsidy and its positive impact on economic activity. And this will be particularly contentious issue given the current highly inflationary environment where lots of governments, including those within the EU and outside the EU, are granting subsidies and financial support to households and businesses affected by price increases. And also we discuss the issues associated with rights of defense of companies that will be subject to the new regime, and we can expect that there will be delays associated with M&A activity and public procurement. The Commission announced its proposal in May last year. It is currently being reviewed by the EU legislator and EU national governments, so its final contours may change. The two current sticking points that are being debated relate to the thresholds for the Commission's powers to initiate probes and also for granting exemptions for certain countries, non-EU countries that have strong state aid regime. But there are already some practical steps that the companies and businesses would be well advised to take today. And one of those would be putting in place a robust system for tracking and collecting data and documents on financial support that is being received directly or indirectly from non-EU governments. And this may not be a straightforward task because the ambit of the new regulation will be very broad and could also cover bonds that are backed by foreign governments, including by foreign central banks. But for more details, we encourage everyone to read our article. Thank you.